Let's talk about AI. Don't you click off this video. Hey, don't you go nowhere. It's time for us to talk for real. Uh, Man, if you ain't learning AI, you are only hurting future you. Let's just start it right there. I've been working and I've been studying a lot, and I've been studying a lot of AI lately about how to use it better and how these companies are using it. And man, there's so much to this. It's complicated, but it's worth learning if you can dedicate some time to learning it. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere, man. It's akin to the internet back in the days, in the early stages of the internet and the computers, when computers started taking over the world, and you had a lot of people holding out like, oh man, I ain't learning no computers, I ain't doing no computers, and all that stuff. And look at them now. Who are those people now? You know, those are the parents and whatever family members that you have to teach how to do basic things because they never figured it out because they never wanted to learn. If you don't learn AI, that's gonna be you in about, I want to say 5-10 years, but it's gonna be less time than that for real because AI is moving so fast that, like, if you don't learn how to use it to help yourself, it's really gonna fuck you up later. Like, let's be real about it. Um, Now I know there's a lot of fear regarding AI, but a lot of that fear is rooted in how big companies are using AI and the fear of not knowing what AI is, because that's how we are as humans, is we fear what we don't understand and we hate what we fear. So if you learn how to use AI and learn how it can help you, you'll find out that it's just a tool, like any other tool. It's like a hammer. A hammer by itself isn't useful or dangerous until you use it to be useful or dangerous. So there's a lot of companies out here that are using it to be dangerous. There are companies out here using it to be useful. And yeah, I know everyone's tired of and angry at the AI slop that's all over the internet. Well, that's because you aren't creating with it. You aren't doing something good with it. If you decided that you wanted to do something meaningful and worthwhile with it, we would have less AI slop and we would have more good use cases of AI. And that whole being afraid of it is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, because the more good, smart, and honorable people are afraid of using it, the more it's left to the people that are evil, that are bad, that are doing bad things with it. Like, you get out of it what you put in, for real. So we need you. If you're if you're a reasonable, good person, we need you to learn how to use AI. We need you to use AI. We need you to study AI. Because again, it ain't going nowhere. You saw what happened with Mythos and Fable 5, how they took that off the market because of the potential of what it could be used for by the wrong people. Yeah. But don't forget, they just took it away from us. They are still using it. The corporations are still able to use it. And don't fool yourself in thinking that all these corporations are, oh, I can't use that anymore. And you saw You saw the Epstein files. You see what they be doing under the table and all that. So don't fool yourself thinking that just because they took it away from us that they ain't gonna be using it. It's gonna be used, and it's gonna be used by bad people. And AI is just getting more and more advanced because companies are using AI to make AI better. So AI ain't going nowhere. So if you don't learn how to use it, you're gonna be one of those people asked out later on in life. So don't do it to yourself. And if you, I know one of the big um, arguments about why people are afraid to use it and why people hate it is because of water consumption and all of that and data centers. Yeah, yeah, that's an issue. That's a big issue. Guess what you can do with that though? You can have AI help you find a solution for that. And even better, you don't have to use these large models that are using these data centers. You can use open source AI. You can install AI on your computer right now, on your phone right now, that doesn't use the servers, doesn't use these big data centers. And it's just as capable, uh, assuming you have, the hardware to run it, but it's just as capable as the big models that they're using. So if you install it on your phone or you install it on your computer locally, it's not using up all that water. It's not using, it's not using up all that water because of the process of how the water is used in these data centers. If you use it locally, you don't have to worry about that. And it's free. Like there's open source models out there that will do basically everything that you're trying to do for the most part. It might not do it as efficiently and as easy as like Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever, but everything that you're trying to do for most people, for about 90% of people, 99% of people more than likely, you can do it on a local model on your home machine, your home computer, your own cell phone. As long as you have like 16 gigs of RAM on your computer, you straight. And then for your phone, it depends on the type of phone you have. Obviously, iPhone, they limit a lot of what you can do. But if you have Android, there's there's a lot of models that you have access to, and you just try the different models um, depending on what you're trying to do and what you have space for. And there's so many options out there, just like millions of models out there on open source. So they're completely free, and you can use them without internet. So when you use them, your information doesn't get sent to OpenAI, doesn't get sent to Anthropic, doesn't get sent to Google, it doesn't get sent to Facebook or Meta. It stays on your computer at all times. So that's the other thing that we want to look into: open source. Open source is important. It's big, and you need to start looking into it. If you don't know what open source is, it's just applications and software that's available for use for free, and it's built by just regular people that decided that they want something better that the big corporations aren't offering. And they decided, instead of trying to make a bunch of money off of it, they just want to help people. So they put it out to the world so they can use it too. And they leaked, or they put out the whole source code so you can see exactly what the file is doing. You can see exactly what the application is doing. So if you're worried about how safe it is or whatever, you could just look in and see everything that it's doing. You can see if it's reaching out to a foreign company or if it's sending your data anywhere. And then once you see that, you either report it or you just use a different option. or you can modify the file yourself and just take that part out. So, um, learning open source along with AI, and matter of fact, AI can help you learn open source. If you're interested in it, it's a good idea because you see these corporations ain't doing nothing but stealing money from people. Like look at Adobe, right? Everyone is so um, everybody was so pissed off about Adobe, but everyone is stuck using Adobe because they don't see any other options. Like everyone is focused on what is it? Damn man, I'm forgetting because I don't even use it. Photoshop. Everyone's stuck on Photoshop, and everyone got used to using Photoshop. That Adobe just decided, all right, we're just going to be completely abusive. We're going to charge people out the ass for it, and then we're going to make it damn near impossible to cancel your subscription. They made it where you sign up, you think you're paying month to month. They actually loop you into a yearly contract, and you try to cancel, and they're like, "Huh, okay, cool, but you're going to have to pay us all this money to cancel because you didn't read the fine print." Uh, that's one thing that AI could do for you, by the way, is help you read the fine print of everything that you're using before you start using it. Because all you have to do is copy whatever those terms and services those long things that you ain't trying to read, copy it, throw it into AI, say, hey, AI, before I sign up for this thing, summarize this. Give me the important parts that I should know out of this and flag anything that sounds weird. And it'll do that. It'll scan it through everything and it'll give you bullet points of exactly, all right, this is what you're signing up for, and this is what this means. And if there's anything that's unclear, you just talk to it like a person and be like, hey, I still don't understand. Explain that easier for me. Break that down for me more. And it ain't gonna judge you. It don't care about, your stupid questions or whatever. It ain't gonna say, oh, why don't you know that you're too old to not. No, it don't care about none of that. It's just gonna break it down for you. So if you have to say, explain this to me like I'm 5, it will do that. One of my favorite things to do is because I'm a gamer. So if I don't understand something, I'll be like, hey, explain this to me in video game terms. Explain this to me like I'm using Warframe. Like in the world of Warframe, how does this apply, and how would that make sense there? And I've been using that to learn Python and learn a lot of different concepts about quantum physics and all type of stuff. So AI can teach you and help you learn these very complicated things using things that you are already familiar with and that you already know how to use and that you already understand. So if you don't know anything technical and you like football, explain it to me in football terms. If you like, what's it, like these shows like Love and Hip Hop. I don't know, maybe that's old. I don't be watching TV, man. But like whatever type of show, whatever you understand, like cooking, right? Be like, hey, break this idea down for me. If like a chef explain it to somebody, or in the terms of a restaurant, whatever. You just have to be creative enough to decide, all right, how is this going to make sense to me, and just tell AI that, and it'll break it down for you using those terms, and it'll be it'll be more often than not it'll be on the money. Also, Anthropic has free courses that teach you how to use this stuff. Google, free courses. LinkedIn has courses. YouTube, there's so many courses on YouTube and videos on YouTube that will explain these ideas and these concepts. So anything that you're trying to learn, you can learn it. And it's important for you to learn it. I'm telling you right now, it is important for you to learn how to use all of this stuff. Because if you don't, again, it is just going to be used against you. And if you don't know what it's doing or how it works, you ain't going to be able to stop it from being used against you. And you ain't going to be able to create any defenses for it. So, do with that information what you will, man. You grown. You grown. Do what you do. But I'm telling you, man, like, don't do it to yourself. Don't, because you just gonna be one of those people later on, like, damn, I wish I would have learned AI. Damn, I wish I would have learned this years ago. Because right now, if you want to make money, it's leaning towards AI is gonna be how you do it. Since AI is laying so many people off, and all of these companies are filtering people using AI, you're going to need to learn how to use AI to beat those filters. You're going to need to learn to use AI to build your company. And that's the coolest thing about AI, for real, is it's never been easier in life to start a business than it is right now. Like, the entrepreneur path is still hard, and starting a business is still hard, but it's significantly easier than it used to be. I've tried to start businesses in the past before AI, and I'm in that process of starting now. Now I've gotten way further than I've ever gotten because of AI. Anything that I don't know how to do and I can't figure out, I just give it to AI. Be like, hey, how do I do this? Explain this to me. What does this mean? And like, even programming, I've been studying Python and JavaScript and HTML5 and all type of different languages. And I would always get frustrated and get stuck because I'm like, man, what's going on? I can't figure out what's going on. And before, what you'd have to do is the system would give you an error code, and you have to Google, like, all right, what does this mean? Da, 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 da. And then you have to search through like 4 or 5 different forums, or go to Stack Overflow and hope somebody had that same error. Usually someone did, but if you ran into something that you can't find on Stack Overflow, then you have to create an account, and then you have to post a question and hope that, people are going to give you the answer and not be assholes about it. Well, that's more of an issue on Reddit than anywhere. But anyway, yeah, there was all of this process behind learning before that made it very inaccessible and very hard. Now, when I run into an error and I'm programming something, I'm like, yo, why ain't this working? Like, why do I keep getting this? Just throw it into AI. Be like, hey, what's going on here? Where am I messing up? Just take a screenshot. Either you could grab the whole code, or you just take a screenshot and drop it into AI and be like, hey, what did I do wrong here? And it'll be like, oh, you did this wrong. Or you didn't do nothing wrong. You just have to configure this part. Or that's just an issue with the system, a known issue with the system, and blah, blah, blah. Like, it'll break it all down for you. So I do that all the time with learning anything that I'm trying to learn now, and it's helped magnify. So anything that you're struggling to learn, I'm telling you, use AI. There's so many different ways that you can use AI. You have to expand your mind past ChatGPT, though. Go past ChatGPT, go past Anthropic and Claude, go past Gemini, go past Meta. There's so many options out there. And again, you can build your own. That's the other cool thing, is once you learn this, and once you start learning about open source and local AI, you can build your own AI model to do exactly what you want. Like, you know how in Iron Man had Jarvis? You can create your own Jarvis. You don't want your own Jarvis? You don't want your own Jarvis? They'd be like, hey man, what's the weather right now? What's this? And do this for me and blah, 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 explain this. Like, you can have that for real. And it'll talk to you in the language that you want to. If you use AAVE, you hood, just explain to it, hey, I'm a hood. Talk to me like this. Talk to me in these words. If you super prim and proper, you know what I mean? Be like, it's imperative that you communicate in these ways. Oh man. That was a little ridiculous. But again, whatever way it works for you, you can do that. And you can teach AI that. And if you want something that's specifically for your household, you want something that's specifically for your business, you can do all of that with local AI. And basically what you would do is just a quick overview of it is you would install it locally on your system. You would download a couple of programs, install it locally, and then you would grab a model from a website called Hugging Face. That's basically where all the open source, that's where all the models are stored, basically. Even the big models, before they come to you through the chat program, they go to Hugging Face, and you can download them if they're open source. But once you grab that, you can modify it any way you want, because again, it's open source. So you can modify anything that you want. And you can even have AI teach you how to modify the AI to personalize it to you more. I'm telling you, man, there's so much that you can do with it. It's like magic. It really is like magic. And I'm really hoping that we get to the point where we stop being afraid of this thing and stop hating this thing because of the way that some people, some bad actors are using it. Use it for good. If you think that it should be used for good, do that. You have the power to do that. Use it for good. If you are tired of the AI slop, use AI to create something good. If you care about politics, use AI to help you figure out what to do with the politics. Run for office. If you care about the data centers using up all this water, use AI to help you figure out, how can we get these corporations to stop using all this water? Why are these data centers using up all this water? And in what other ways can we cool these systems aside from using water? So there's all type of things that you can do, but it's limited by how creative you are. So again, this is just a quick PSA letting y'all know that AI ain't going nowhere, and it's as useful as you make it. It's just a tool, like everything else. It's a tool. So learn this tool, use it for good, use it in a way that's going to be helpful, or at least learn to use it so it doesn't get used against you. But hey man, you an adult, do your thing. I ain't your daddy or nothing. I'm just a dude on the internet trying to help. You got any questions? You need some help knowing where to start or any of that stuff? Let me know, man. Drop it in the comments, and I got you. I'll reach out to you. Reach out to me, and I'll help you. I'll help you build the systems. It's pretty easy. Like I'll help you put it on your system and everything. I'll teach you whatever you want to know about it. But it's time for us to do it, man, for real. Because again, these corporations, they just taking advantage of your fear. These corporations and these governments and whatever, they taking advantage of your ignorance and your fear. Don't let them win that easy. Don't let them win by default. All right, y'all. It's been real. And I'll post another one at some point. All right, y'all. Be blessed.